It has been a lot since I posted a devlog video. I had a goal to post one video per month, keeping them consistent and fresh, but I kind of failed at that thanks to the art of procrastination. I was pretty much playing Outlast and making other kinds of things. Hello? Anyways, I have a friend named Shiro Okami. I pretty much met him on one of my streams, and he has this ongoing thing to just find the most elaborate ways to rickroll me. Like, literally, I could just be talking about water, and he sends a picture of a comic about a plushie with a QR code on it. And you're probably thinking, oh cool, it's probably a plushie making site. Maybe I can get my own? Wrong. After scanning the link, guess what happens? It rickrolls you. And this kept going for so long that I needed to rickroll him back. But it had to be the best rickroll to ever exist. It had to be a rickroll disguised as a game. I had my goal in mind. It was simple. Just make a game that catches the player's attention long enough so that they can never see a rickroll coming. Simple enough, right? The way I decided to tell the story of the game was by using a method called Show, Don't Tell. It stands for showing the story by letting the player see it through themselves rather than having a wall of text to read before the game starts. Following this method, I decided to make the game seamlessly begin when the player clicks the screen. The demo needed some sort of gameplay other than just being a walking simulator. I had some ideas. At first, I was gonna do a small shootout that happens in the middle section, but then I decided to go against it due to me only having 1 month of development time. So instead, I decided to place barrels that have fire exiting out of them. The point of those barrels was to force the player to move towards them to avoid freezing to death. The idea was taken from another game called Battlefield Bad Company 2, in which it has a mission quite similar to what I was aiming for. And as an added bonus, thanks to the freezing mechanic, I don't have to bother with placing invisible walls across the level, so the player won't be able to fall off the map because they will freeze to death if they are not near a heat source. I needed something for the player to go towards. I needed to give the player a place to go. I needed an endpoint. It was quite easy to think about because due to the circumstances of the game it was the best solution. I added a small shelter that you can find at the end of your path. It is colored in red to catch the player's attention, and inside of that red shelter, I will be able to execute my master plan. I will be finally able to do what the game was supposed to do. I will be able to rickroll Shiro. So, I downloaded a video of a rickroll and I added it to the game. And my master plan was finally accomplished. Even though I had accomplished my goal, I still felt that Mountain Pass could have more extra content. And I had 2 extra weeks before the public release of the demo for April 1st. I decided to add bonus levels. These bonus levels use the parkour mechanics that this game has on a challenging way. The point of these levels was to make them quite easy and enjoyable, but I may have done the opposite. I did try my best to make an engaging experience, but honestly, the most engagement that you're gonna get is probably gonna be tossing your keyboard across the room. The other things that I've added was a couple of buttons for my socials, a YouTube and Twitch button for my channels, and a Discord link. The Discord is where I post information about my projects and other stuff that I'm working on, so feel free to visit if you want. After Mountain Pass went fully public, it was time to resume work on Toaster Arena. After 2 weeks, I felt so burnt out of it that I had to take a break. So I played Alien Isolation for a bit.
Oh, I'm fucking ready. Fight me, bitch. Oh, fight me. I've learned from my mistakes. Fuck you! Yeah! Woo!
Then I actually started working on Toaster Arena. So the first thing that I had to do after returning to work on Toaster Arena was to fix the entire game. It was, and it's still crowded with bugs. Like, you have no idea over how many it has. Like, you fix one, and then suddenly 2 more appear. And it's this constant fight to the death just to fix my broken game. But I was able to achieve victory for a week before I discovered even more bugs. So I have done whatever the developer in my position would do when they are behind schedule. We'll just forget about them for now and work on the cool stuff. We can worry about the bugs later, right? I mentioned on my last devlog that the game did not have any of the other weapons compared to my older build. These weapons were the shotgun, SMG, rocket launcher, and the outball. And to be honest, it was quite easy to port the weapons into the game, and as a plus, I refined some of its behavior. For example, the SMG is an actual viable weapon now, instead of behaving like a pea shooter, and the same can be said for the shotgun. That thing shreds at short range. And I have re-added the cone launcher. The cone launcher pretty much just behaves like a normal rocket launcher. It was in the old build, but I mean, you know what happened to that one, so it's a cannon that shoots explosive cones, and it's a very dangerous weapon due to its damage output. Due to the game having rocket launchers, it was obvious that rocket jumping needed to be implemented into the game. It was quite fun to do, and it opens the possibility for more movement options. The Oppo received a major update, don't get me wrong, but I decided to remake the model to better suit the game mode, and behold, the new Outball model. It's an actual toaster. It has its own set of animations. It took me like a day to fully finish all the animations, plus the model. And I must say they look like an improvement compared to my older animations, but I have to practice more. Weapons also have damage multipliers depending on when you get shot. Headshots do double damage, body shots do normal damage, and leg shots will do half damage. However, I can change this on a per weapon basis, meaning that each weapon can have its own damage multipliers. Weapons now apply a physics impulse when the player gets killed by them. Ragdolls also play sounds when colliding with solid surfaces, and I have also started implementing the first iteration of weapon paths. I made some changes to the movement system. One of the first things that I added was a subtle camera lean when strafing. And I fully implemented animations for vertical wall running, and also added an aim offset when holding onto ledges. Hopefully I will have more things to show for the next video. Even though I have a bigger list of bugs than features right now, I do hope it will turn into the opposite in the future. If you have watched all the way through here, thanks a lot. I really don't know what to say. I mean, just hit that subscribe button and that like button thingy dingy, and that's it. See ya.
Alright, now I'm gonna go jump under the map so you can't find me.